Most men think attraction is about looks. Some think it's about money. Others spend years trying to learn the perfect text message, the perfect pickup line, or the perfect trick. But here's the truth. The thing women are most attracted to isn't something you can buy. It isn't something you can fake. And it definitely isn't something most men are doing. In fact, 99% of men completely miss it. That's why they constantly feel ignored, friend-zoned, or replaced. Meanwhile, a different type of man walks into the room, and somehow people notice. Women notice. Respect follows him. Attention follows him. Not because he's trying to get it, but because he doesn't need it. Today, we're diving deep into female psychology and revealing the powerful trait most men never develop and why women secretly love it. Stay until the end, because the final lesson changes everything. Chapter 1. Women are not attracted to neediness. Let's keep it real. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking attraction grows when they give more attention. They text first every time, reply in seconds, cancel plans for her, agree with everything she says, and constantly seek validation. They believe this shows love, but female psychology sees it differently. Why? Because neediness communicates one thing. I don't value myself enough. And confidence? Confidence says, I enjoy your company, but my happiness doesn't depend on you. That's powerful. Women naturally feel safer around men who are emotionally stable, a man who can control his emotions, a man who doesn't panic when he doesn't get a text back, a man who doesn't chase approval. Think about it. If someone desperately needs your validation every second, it becomes exhausting. But when someone genuinely enjoys life regardless of your opinion, that energy becomes attractive. Women aren't looking for another responsibility. They're looking for a partner, and partners stand on their own feet. Chapter 2. The Rare Power of Purpose. Here's something many men don't want to hear. A woman should never become your entire purpose. Read that again. She can be part of your life, but she should never become your life. Men with strong purpose naturally create attraction. Why? Because purpose creates direction. Direction creates confidence. Confidence creates respect, and respect creates attraction. Think about successful athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. What makes them attractive isn't just success, it's focus. They're moving towards something. They're building something. They're becoming something. Most men wake up and immediately think about women. High-value men wake up and think about their mission. Ironically, that's exactly what makes women notice them. Because purpose creates mystery. Purpose creates ambition. Purpose creates momentum. And momentum is magnetic. Chapter 3. Stop trying to impress everyone. One of the strongest traits in female psychology is authenticity. Women are surprisingly good at detecting fake confidence. The guy who constantly brags. The guy who talks too much. The guy who exaggerates everything. The guy trying desperately to look important. Most women see through it, because true confidence doesn't scream, it whispers. The strongest man in the room rarely announces it. He doesn't need to. His behavior speaks louder than words. He listens more than he talks. He doesn't compete for attention. He doesn't need approval from strangers. And that's what makes him stand out. Most men walk into a room asking, how do I make everyone like me? Powerful men walk into a room asking, do I even like these people? Huge difference. One mindset seeks validation. The other mindset evaluates value. And women instantly notice that distinction. Chapter 4. Emotional control is attractive. Let's talk about something rarely discussed. Emotional strength, not emotional suppression. Not pretending nothing bothers you. Real emotional control. Many men think being masculine means never feeling emotions. Wrong. Strong men feel emotions deeply. They simply don't become slaves to them. When life gets difficult, they stay calm. When someone insults them, they remain composed. When things don't go their way, they adapt. Why does this attract women? Because emotional control signals security. Imagine being on a ship during a storm. Who would you trust? The captain who's panicking? Or the captain who's calm and focused? Exactly. Women naturally gravitate toward emotional stability because stability creates safety, and safety creates trust. The man who loses control over every small problem becomes unpredictable. The man who stays grounded becomes dependable, and dependability is attractive. Chapter 5. The ability to walk away. Now we're entering dangerous territory because this lesson separates average men from exceptional men. Women love a man who can walk away, not because he's arrogant, not because he's playing games, but because he respects himself. Many men stay in situations where they're clearly not valued. They tolerate disrespect, mixed signals, manipulation, constant excuses. Why? Because they're afraid of losing someone. But here's the paradox. The more afraid you are of losing someone, the more power you give them over you. Women admire self-respect, a man who knows his worth, a man who sets boundaries, a man who can say, "This isn't healthy for me," and leave. That's not weakness, that's strength. Because walking away requires courage. Anyone can stay where they're tolerated. Only a few can leave and protect their peace. And women respect that deeply. Chapter 6, Confidence Comes from Competence. Many motivational videos tell men, just be confident. But confidence doesn't magically appear. Real confidence comes from competence. You become confident by improving, by learning skills, by overcoming challenges, by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you do something difficult, your brain gains evidence. Evidence creates belief. Belief creates confidence. That's why women are attracted to men who are constantly growing. Not because they're perfect, but because they're progressing. Progress signals potential, and potential is attractive. The man who works on himself every day develops a quiet confidence that cannot be faked. No pickup line can replace it. No trick can manufacture it. No social media post can imitate it, because it's real. Chapter 7. The Power of Being Comfortable Alone. Here's something that shocks a lot of men. Women can often tell the difference between a man who wants companionship and a man who needs companionship. The difference is huge. A man who is comfortable alone brings peace into a relationship. A man who fears being alone often brings pressure. Most people are running from loneliness. They're constantly distracted, scrolling, texting, seeking attention, looking for someone to fill an internal void. But strong men learn something different. They learn how to enjoy their own company. They can sit alone with their thoughts. They can work on their goals without needing constant praise. They can spend time by themselves without feeling empty. Why is this attractive? Because independence creates freedom, and freedom creates confidence. Women don't want to feel like they're responsible for your happiness. They want to share happiness with you. There's a big difference. A man who enjoys his own life becomes more interesting. His world doesn't revolve around one person. He has passions, goals, experiences, stories, purpose, and that naturally makes people curious about him. Chapter 8. Listening is more powerful than talking. Most men think attraction is about saying the right thing. Female psychology often works differently. Sometimes the most attractive thing you can do is listen, not fake listening. Not waiting for your turn to speak, actually listening. When a woman feels heard, she feels understood. And understanding creates connection. Think about it. Most conversations today are competitions. People aren't listening. They're preparing responses, trying to impress, trying to prove themselves, trying to dominate attention. But the man who genuinely listens stands out immediately. He notices details. He remembers things. He asks thoughtful questions. He pays attention. And because of that, people naturally enjoy talking to him. The funny part? Many men try to become interesting by talking more. The smartest men become interesting by listening better. Because everyone remembers how you made them feel, and feeling understood is rare. Chapter 9. Mystery Beats Oversharing. Let's clear up a misconception. Being mysterious doesn't mean acting cold. It doesn't mean ignoring people. It doesn't mean playing games. Real mystery comes from having depth. Many men reveal everything about themselves within 10 minutes. Their plans, their problems, their entire life story, their future expectations, everything. And while honesty is important, oversharing removes curiosity. Curiosity fuels attraction. Think of your favorite movie. If someone told you every plot twist before you watched it, would it still be exciting? Probably not. The same principle applies to human connection. People enjoy discovering layers, learning new things over time, uncovering pieces of someone's personality naturally. A confident man doesn't rush to explain himself. He lets people discover him gradually, and that creates intrigue. The less you seek approval, the more comfortable you become with silence. And silence often creates more curiosity than words ever could. Chapter 10. Women notice consistency. One of the most underrated attractive traits is consistency. Not excitement, not charm. Consistency. Anybody can act impressive for one day. Anybody can say beautiful words. Anybody can make promises. But consistency reveals character. Character reveals truth. Female psychology values predictability in the areas that matter. Can she trust your word? Can she depend on your actions? Do your behaviors match your claims? Many men focus on creating attraction. Few focus on building trust. But long-term admiration grows from trust. A man who keeps his promises gains respect. A man who follows through gains credibility. A man who remains dependable gains influence. And influence always lasts longer than excitement. Because attraction may start a connection, but trust sustains it. Chapter 11. The ability to stay calm under pressure. Pressure reveals reality. Anyone can seem confident when life is easy. The real test comes when things go wrong. How do you react when plans fail? How do you respond to criticism? How do you handle rejection? Most people become emotional, reactive, impulsive, but calmness under pressure is incredibly rare, and rarity creates value. Women naturally admire men who remain composed during challenges, not because they're emotionless, but because they're reliable. A calm man creates stability. A stable man creates confidence, and confidence influences everyone around him. Think about leaders throughout history. People followed them because they remained steady during uncertainty. When chaos appeared, they stayed focused. The same principle applies to everyday life. Your reaction to problems often matters more than the problem itself. Chapter 12. The trait women secretly admire most. Now let's talk about the trait most men completely overlook. The trait that separates boys from men. The trait women admire more than almost anything else. Self-respect. Not arrogance. Not ego. Not superiority. Self-respect. A man with self-respect knows his values. He knows his boundaries. He knows his standards. And he refuses to abandon them for approval. Most men lose themselves trying to impress others. They change their personality, change their opinions, change their goals, change their identity, all to gain acceptance. But women admire men who remain authentic, men who stand for something, men who have principles, men who refuse to compromise their character, because character is rare, and rarity attracts attention. Self-respect influences every area of life. It affects how you speak, how you walk, how you handle rejection, how you choose friends, how you treat yourself, and ultimately how others treat you. The moment you start respecting yourself more, the world starts responding differently. Not because the world changed, because you changed. Ending. The thing women love isn't a secret technique. It isn't a pickup line. It isn't a luxury car. And it isn't pretending to be someone you're not. What truly stands out is a man who respects himself, controls his emotions, follows his purpose, and never abandons his values for approval. In a world where most people chase attention, become the man who chases excellence. In a world where most men seek validation, become the man who creates value. Because the rarest thing today isn't good looks. It's genuine strength of character. And that's exactly why it attracts respect, admiration, and meaningful relationships. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Not for women, not for society, but for your own growth. Everything else becomes a byproduct. This is Stoic aura, where wisdom becomes power, discipline becomes freedom, and ordinary men become extraordinary. Stay strong, stay focused, stay stoic, Stoic aura.